Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Bitcoin. So, our chart is playing out, but yeah, so we need to kind of update our chart right now, which I will do throughout this video. We're going to basically redraw all of our areas. So, Bitcoin just broke down hard, and this is one of the most important daily closes we've had in weeks. Before it didn't really matter, but the second you broke $83,000 and you broke down, that's, price failed and we're looking at the next move down. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what failed, what levels matter next, and what two most likely targets Bitcoin is headed towards. So yeah, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I like to keep these videos simple and technical, no hype and no emotion. So yeah, we could just jump right into the Bitcoin chart. So first thing, the big story today is that Bitcoin officially lost the rising channel. So we can actually delete that. And you remember, we've been talking about this for weeks now, for months actually. I did call it a bear flag, even though it was prematurely called, but it did end up playing out. So we can delete that right now because it's officially lost this rising channel. We were consolidating inside of a bullish structure, but today price broke down and completely rejected the mid-range resistance. And now we're seeing continuation to the downside. This is important because the channel was the last thing keeping the structure bullish in the short term. So unfortunately now you're actually arguably in a downtrend, which we will draw later. The reason this breakdown matters is because Bitcoin didn't just lose one level, it lost multiple levels all at the same time. We lost the channel, we lost the purple demand zone, and we lost key horizontal support around $83,000 range. That tells me that sellers are in control right now, and a bounce should be treated as relief rallies until proven otherwise. So no bullishness until we break critical areas of resistance. So let's talk about the next levels. Bitcoin is currently trading around $74,000 to $75,000. The next major support is $70,000 even. Which is also marked on the chart. This is where I will personally be buying the next 0.002 BTC. This is the next target I'm watching for. If Bitcoin loses 70,000, the downside opens up significantly, which I will go into after we get to that point. But for now, 70,000 is the first major level of where I expect buyers to step in. So now, what can make us bullish again? For the shift, for Bitcoin to shift bullish, we would need to reclaim 83,000 zone. So we would have to come back up here and not use this as resistance, which technically this level is now flipped resistance. And then after that, claim 95 and then up to 100. But there's a lot of areas that need to break. So as of right now, we could actually delete a lot of this, and we can actually delete this because I don't think it's a super cycle anymore. We had a deeper correction. So as of right now, we can say that if we have bottomed out and on the shorter time frame, we might be in for a bounce to around 78 to 81,000. Nothing's bullish still as long as we don't break this area. We could still come back up, get stuck, and then come back down and find a floor at $70,000. Now looking at the RSI, we can see that the momentum has dropped sharply and we're getting close to oversold territory. That does not mean we can't go lower, but it does mean we are approaching levels where sharp bounces become more likely, which is why I drew this area of resistance. Given that the RSI is extremely oversold, we get some sort of buyback or some sort of relief rally back to 78 to 81,000. So we could still consolidate here, come up, make a lower high, and then unfortunately still get stuck in this downtrend that we're in. I'm not going to draw that just yet though. So very important. We are extremely oversold on the daily. So hopefully that means that we are putting in a bottom. I don't know it could keep selling to 70,000, and then we can put in a bottom there, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So here's my game plan. I'm not chasing this move. I'm not panic selling support. I'm watching for Bitcoin to either stabilize above $70,000 or sweep into 70,000 to show signs of demand. That's the next area where I'd personally be interested in accumulating Bitcoin, which I have it on the chart, 0.0. I know that's not a lot of money, but we'll go into where I think Bitcoin's going to bottom out, which is why you guys are going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You're only putting $140 in that 70. Yeah, I want a dollar cost average down, but the major amounts are going to come lower. So yeah, that's where I'm personally accumulating. Now, jumping to the weekly time frame and checking the Gaussian channel. I like saying that. We're not printing red just yet. The reason, and I always explain this in every single video, we go around 140 to 175 days of chop once we break into the Gaussian channel before we have the major capitulation. So if I know that, why wouldn't I wait until we start printing red on the weekly before I start putting in more money into Bitcoin? So it happens, and it happened every single time. 170, we broke in, 175 days capitulation, major drop. 140 days, we broke into the channel, chopped around, broke down after 140, printed red, got a final capitulation. So if we know that, then why wouldn't I wait until we are red? It doesn't mean, we could get another green candle spawn in and take us back up to 88,000. That's another theory, but you're not gonna hear me saying that because that's pure hopium. Where do I think Bitcoin's gonna bottom out? I think that it's gonna be a combination of 58,000 and which is the 200-day moving average, and then 20 to 30% drop from that level, which in my opinion would be 46,000 to around 39,000. So 39 to 50,000 is where I think BTC is going to bottom out during the bear market. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to take these targets a day at a time, and yeah, we'll see where it's headed. So again, for short-term relief, in order for it to be a bullish reversal, we do need to break this area of resistance at 77 to 81. If we don't break that area, then we're just making a lower high, and we're going to come back down and retest 70,000. Let's see if we landed on any areas of support though. No, that's a 76. Let's look at shorter time frame. I guess here maybe. Yeah, I guess arguably you could say that we landed on a support at 73,000 from this move, from this low to the high. But then again, I could draw this a million different ways. I like using the bigger time frame areas of support. It's just cleaner. From the low to the high from that move, 70,000 is the next target. So yeah, so to summarize, Bitcoin broke down the channel and sellers are in control. The next major target is $70,000. To turn bullish again, we must reclaim $83,000 first. We need to go through this area of resistance first at 77 to 81. I don't want to extend it and call it out past what it needs to. We'll just keep monitoring it and obviously making update videos as we reclaim those levels or we tag support. Then the real battle zone remains 91,000, 95,000, which we're not going to talk about right now. If you want, I can update this chart daily and give you exact price levels and Bitcoin moves. So just drop a comment below. Do you think Bitcoin holds 70,000, or do you think that my theory is correct in terms of 58,000 and then 39 to 49,000 for cycle low for Bitcoin this cycle? If this video helped, please hit the like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and that would greatly support the channel. So please do that if you haven't already. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. I will keep you updated. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video or on the live streams. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.